Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Millennials are generation of a great control in a change. According to the Census 2017, the number of millennials reaches approximately 88 million people, or 33.75% of Indonesia's total population. What a great number, right? Purwandi et al. In 2016 said that one characteristic of millennials is always connected, which means that millennials are the most active generation using the internet and social media. In terms of age, this generation is a fairly productive generation because of their potential in human resources and capital markets shares for the financial industry. Do you agree that millennials have power in the field of technology and others feel to have fixed the world? Absolutely yes. We as millennials have an important role in that matter. Now, we will discuss the power of millennials in the field of technology. In today's technology development, the millennial intervention is enormous and important. From the result of studies conducted in the United States by Blackburn 2011 conclude that millennials act as agents of change in terms of adoption of new technological tools. The result of this study illustrated that strong relationship between millennials and technology, since the majority of technology users are millennials. It is automatically the millennials are the controlling of the technology developments. As an example of the fact in Indonesia, our new education minister, Mr. Nadiem Makarim, is the one of the best millennials that can be used as an example of the power of millennials in technology. Being aware of the problem faced by Indonesian people to get a job and the need of creating a new job vacancy for them, he created a very reputable virtual application that we usually call Project. A very reputable virtual application. Amazingly, his critical thinking and innovation has helped millions of Indonesian people to earn a living. According to the CNBC Indonesia, when he delivered his speech in front of hundreds of his staff in the Ministry of Education and Culture, he said, "As the youngest minister in the Indonesia cabinet, I stand here representing the millennials. My presence here opens up a wide range of opportunities for the next generation. Young friends, our gates are open." After listening his speech, we can know how significant the millennials are for the country. But the question is, what kind of millennials are required to develop our beloved country? Yeah, of course, the millennials required for the advancement of our great nation is a millennial who think healthily, intelligently, innovatively, and productively. The important thing that must be considered is the millennials must also utilize technology use wisely for a good purpose, so they can be beneficial for not only themselves but also for others, because they determine the prosperity of the nation. If so, have we as millennials already concerned with the prosperity of our country? Not only that, the strength of the second largest millennial is in building a technology-based economy. According to the Ministry of Women's Empowerment and Child Protection, millennials are residents born between 1980 until 2000. So terms their age are 16 until 37 years old. This condition makes millennial generation in the most productive age to give the best contribution to the economy. Nowadays, there are many young entrepreneurs who use the technology to develop their business. In 2017, the X generation and millennial generation of entrepreneurs who do not use the internet in running their business. There were 86.46% and 60.56% respectively. From this data, we can see that many millennials use technology to build their economy. This can be used to be balanced with skills using social media, such as WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and others. But at present, there is no millennial generation who is not an expert in using social media. In fact, almost every time the millennials generation uses social media. Therefore, why don't we try from now on to do business online to build our economic numbers? This is hard to happen, as many of the millennials are addicted to the internet, which means that many users of the millennials are less able to utilize the internet well. A concrete example from millennials who built a virtual online business is Ahmad Zaki, the inventor of exploiter of Bukalapak.com. I believe you all know how the site is found, also followed by Ferry Yunardi. Is a man born on January 16, 1988 who has successfully established Traveloka, search engine sites for flights, trains, and hotels to travel. These companies can thrive because people today do all things online, so the millennial entrepreneurs utilize it. That is not what millennials should do. That is what millennials should do. That is to take advantage of opportunities to build their own future and the future of the country, instead of being lazy, ignorant of the environment, and ignorant of their survival and the survival of their country. With their critical thinking, intelligence, innovation, and good purposes, they are able to prove that they can be problem solvers in helping to overcome the problems of this nation. So, the conclusion is that millennials are superheroes who can bring big change to a country. Whether or not this change will happen depends on the ability of millennials to overcome the problems in a country. The millennials must have a sense of responsibility towards the country and the sense of sympathy so that the prosperity of this country continues to be maintained and the future generation can be proud of what we all do. We as millennials must understand how we should behave and position ourselves because we are superheroes who can determine the survival of the world itself.